We're in the cloud, guys. We're
in the cloud.
Yes. Ooh, Katie, are you eating Pringles?
I am.
Favorite Pringle? Let's go around the room as we introduce ourselves. Choo, 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 pow, 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 ping, 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 pow, poo, pow, ping. Welcome to the Kind of Nerd Girls podcast. My name is KJ, and I think Cheezums are the best Pringles. Choo, pow, pow, ping, choo. And now here's producer Johna.
Hey, I'm Johna. I really don't have a favorite Pringle. I threw up one time and I threw up Pringles, so I don't really like them anymore. But I would have to say regular ones, I guess.
Wow.
And also joining us, it's Gamer Katie.
Hello. My current favorite is sour cream and onion, but I also really enjoy the pizza Pringles.
Oh, the pizza Pringles are good. I'm going to shut this light off, even though I always record us on video, well, because it's Zoom. But then I'm like, I'm going to post this to YouTube too, but then I don't.
Nice.
So
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
People could be looking at our beautiful faces.
Okay, fine. I'll turn the light back on. Just
kidding.
I thought you meant like, what are you doing? Why are you not posting our podcast to YouTube? And I'm like, listen, Johna.
No, like that's actually what I was saying. But if you want me to, I can post it. I could try and post it on YouTube. I don't know how, but I'll try.
Okay, yeah, because I got the Make-A-Wish stuff rocking. So we're having the party this weekend for a little girl who wished for a pool. So I've been working on that. And another reason that I haven't posted our podcast to YouTube is because I just posted a new podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. The Pet Pals TV podcast with Pat and DJ has officially launched.
Yay!
Yeah, so now we get to talk even more about pets, although basically we just talked about our own pets, so I hope that's okay.
Are you still the kitty correspondent?
I am the kitty correspondent.
Forever kitty correspondent, okay? Forever.
However, for some reason, I have been doing, squirrels have been in the news a lot. We've got Broadway Squirrel, who was a big sensation, which you should Google if you haven't seen it. And for some reason here in Indianapolis, squirrels with white tails are popping up.
Yo, I have seen a lot of those actually.
Right? It's like a mutation. They're like the X squirrels. And what other superpowers do they have? Okay. I don't know. I'm going to find out for you. Coming up on the next Pet Pals TV. Check your local listings. We're nationwide.
Can't wait.
All right. So, Katie, we're excited for you to be here. I'm
excited to be here, Carrie.
Oh, did you just call me Carrie?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are you? Are you my mother?
Oh, she's been in the news too long.
Yeah, news people can't deal with the fact that my name is KJ. They always just need to have a first name and a last name. And I'm like, nobody knows. Nobody's going to know me if you put me on as Carrie Joel or Carrie McGlynn or it's KJ. So I have accepted now in TV that I have to say it's KJ McGlynn because TV people can't deal with initials. I don't know what they do when they interview like Madonna. Did they ever put Prince's last name? The local
Madonna,
performer?
parentheses, singer.
Right.
The Prince. Mr. Prince.
Mr.
I would like to thank Pet Pals TV because they have come along and accepted that I am just KJ, the kitty correspondent. No last name.
Well, at least they were using your married last name.
Yes, right? Yes. So, that's what I got going on. Katie works in TV, so she's been very busy as we've had a pandemic going on and a lot of headlines with what's going on with Black Lives Matter. And here at the Kind of Nerdy Girls, just to make it clear, if you couldn't tell already, we are a big fan of including everyone, and Black lives do matter.
Yes, they do.
And Johna, what have you been up to?
Well, reading. I started reading a book.
Ooh, what is this book? Since I'm not going to post this video on YouTube.
It's called, it's 2 books in one big book. It's called Someone Like You, and then the next book is called That Summer, and they're by Sarah Dessen. She writes great YA novels. I love them very much.
Nice. We need to talk more about books. When I talk about books, I read books. When I'm not talking to people about reading books, I don't. So we need to have a book club.
I always try and start a book club with my friends, and then I'm the only one who ever finishes the book.
That is what would happen if you started a book club with me and Katie. I'm just telling you right now.
Nuh-uh.
I think Katie
Don't
would
bring me down with you. I read books.
I think Katie would read a book. If we were like, let's do a book club, Katie would be like, all right. I feel like we'd have to let her choose the first book though.
Yeah, like the book I'm reading right now.
What are you reading?
All right.
It's called Blind Descent, and it's about the quest to find the deepest place on Earth. It's about caves and stuff.
Is it?
All right, cool.
Like, do you really want Katie to pick the first book, Johna?
I mean, I'm just gonna pick like romance novels, which is basically what this is, I'm assuming. But I feel like I read a lot of her books when I was in high school, and I kind of feel like I read this book already. Like when I had my library card and was very active at the library, and was like, "Ooh, let's go to the YA section and get some Sarah Dessen books," you know? Because I'm reading it, and I'm like, these characters in this storyline sound so familiar to me. Why is that? Probably because I've read it before, but it's been so long. So I was like, I'll just read it again.
So, Katie, is this book that you're reading about caves? Is it an adventure, like a fiction book, or it's just a book about how to?
Just about people going in caves trying to find the deepest one.
Oh, I'm not going to read that.
I probably wouldn't read that either.
Okay, but we welcome your review, and we accept you for who you are.
Well, thanks.
Okay, so let's see. Katie, if I come to you for a gaming update at any point, if I spring it on you, are you prepared?
I am.
Excellent. Johna, if I at any point start jumping in with the sound effects for what's got Johna weeping, are you prepared?
Yeah, because I was just crying like an hour ago.
Oh, perfect. Is that why you didn't text back as quickly as Katie did, because you were off crying?
That's a phrase
probably.
I will never hear again. Please repeat it.
Oh, that Katie texted back before I did.
I know. So in our chat, it is well known that when we send a group message, Katie is going to be the last one to respond. And it
If ever.
takes me the GIF, which you can type in Katie, and it will show up in your phone too as a GIF. It's a groundhog? We said it was a groundhog.
I don't know what it is.
But anyway.
I think we decided groundhog.
I think it's a groundhog. Someone has like clip arted on a bra and, well, I guess a bikini. Can't quite remember. And it's screaming Katie. So anyway.
It's hilarious. I'm about to see if I can find it for those people on YouTube.
I did look to see if there was any kind of GIF that would come up if I typed in Johna that would be appropriate, and there's not. So that was why I did try, Katie, to find something as obnoxious to send Johna when she wasn't responding.
But Johna always replies.
But I thought you were sleeping, and it turns out you were crying.
I was trying to sleep, honestly. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this movie. It's going to be great. And then I couldn't sleep because I was crying and whatnot. So it was cool.
What movie were you going to watch? Is this
I watched this movie that's on Netflix. It didn't just come out. It came out in like February.
Okay.
And I put it in my queue because I read it and I was like, oh my God, that looks so cute. It's called All the Bright Places.
Ooh, that's
very
catchy. All the Bright Places.
All the Bright Places.
All right. That's not like the book that Katie's reading, which is All the Dark Places. Okay. Well, is this part of your update? Should I do sound effects?
I mean, we can do it now.
Right, let's do it. Let's pow, it's time for What's Got Johna Weeping. Trying something new out today.
That's not what I sound like when I cry. I'm a very silent crier. I usually cry to myself, just really.
And then do you eventually have that heave that you can't hold back anymore that comes from your stomach? Oh yeah, the pain. Oh yeah. All right, that's good stuff. You're getting it out then when it hurts in your stomach and you can't stop the noise that's like trickling up through your vocal cords. That's a good cry. All right,
all tight and shit. Yeah.
Yep. All right, what you got for us?
So on Netflix, there's a movie called All the Bright Places. It's got Elle Fanning in it, and it's about these kids. They're in high school, obviously, because that's like my life. I wish I was still in high school. Not really, because high school was terrible. So it's about these kids, and the girl Elle Fanning. The beginning of the movie starts out and she's standing on the ledge of a bridge. I'm like, oh no, this is really intense all of a sudden in the first 5 minutes. What's going on? And so then the guy, Justice Smith, his name is, God, I just literally watched this epic movie and I can't think of his name. His name was Finch. I'm sorry.
Finch, okay.
Anyway, so Finch is out for a run and he sees her on the bridge and he hops up on the bridge with her and he saves her, obviously. So they like go to school together and he's got this reputation as like a freak. Turns out he has undiagnosed bipolar disorder. And so it goes through like their journey together as they, you know, they have this school project where they have to, the movie's supposed to be based in Indiana, but I Googled it and it was mostly shot in Ohio because the taxes were lower in Ohio than they were in Indiana.
Come on, Indiana.
I know, right? But
I know, that's like the Fault in Our Stars wasn't shot here either, even though.
Yeah, I think like they only had like, certain shots, like, and they have this school project where they have to wander around Indiana and find these super awesome places to write about for their senior school project.
Wow.
And the first place they go is the highest point in Indiana, which it's like
a 3-story building.
It's like this rock, and it says highest point in Indiana, and it's like, hang on, wait, I took a screenshot of it. Because I was like,
the Marriott Hotel downtown.
The highest point in Indiana is at 1,257 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just this rock that says highest point in Indiana. It's called Hoosier Hill.
I kind of want to go. I've never heard of this Hoosier Hill.
I also kind of want to go. And so like they stand on top of it and she's like, this is lame. Like, you're just like, what are we looking at? Nothing. But her backstory is her sister died. She got into a car accident. She died. And so she's going through her grieving process. And then she meets Finch and they start like doing this project together. And then they fall in love. But then she starts getting better. And then Finch starts like spiraling. And sad part of the movie. Like the saddest part of the movie. He ends his own life.
Oh no.
Oh my God. I literally like, oh my God, why the F am I watching this? But I was already so invested in their relationship and like, what was wrong with him because you knew there was something wrong by the way he was acting. Like he would go from real great and happy and then he would be really low. And I'm like, he's got to be bipolar. Mm-hmm. That seems to be what it is. And that's what it was because I was very into it. So I read this whole thing about the author and why she wrote the book and because she loved this boy and he died like a really long time ago. So she wrote this book about him and their experiences together. And so Finch dies and it was really really effed up.
So there wasn't any build up. You're like, this guy's probably going to kill himself.
You saw him losing it, but you didn't think that he was going to be like, I'm going to drown myself in the swimming hole.
Well, I think, that's a really honest representation. I think that in mental illness and dealing with bipolar, there's a lot of times that you don't see it coming. So
yeah,
it's good that we have these movies that are really starting to show what's real about mental illness.
So the end of the movie, he died and she still has to give this like report over like all these places that they went. They were only supposed to go 2 places, but they, started going other places because they were having so much fun together and stuff. And she read this whole long speech about how he taught her how to live and all this stuff. And I'm just like, aww. I'm just like, what is this? And so Keegan-Michael Key is in it. Mm-hmm. So I saw him and I was like, oh, this is probably going to be a funny movie. And like, the way that the kid Finch was acting, like the girl came into class one day and she dropped all of her books and everybody was laughing at her. So he stood up and flipped his desk over, take the attention off of her. And I was like, okay, this might be funny. This will probably be good. And then it just got so deep so fast. And I was like, yo, what?
And you're stuck in it. Yeah.
And it's only not even a full 2-hour movie. From minute 1 to right at the end, you're just like, what's happening? But it was so good, and it tells such a great story about mental illness. It was so good, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to cry for 20 minutes now. I mean, if you need a good cry, as I like to say, you should watch it.
And that was on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. All the Bright Places. It's actually a book originally.
How many tears out of 5 would you give it?
How many tears out of 5?
Yeah.
4.
That's 4 tears.
4 tears out of 5. So
Okay.
it wasn't like sobbing, but I was definitely throat hurting type crying.
Yeah, that was me last week finishing Schitt's Creek. I'm
Aw.
still not okay. They did, well, I mean, and for a show that is, most of it's funny, right? It's very well written, but it's similar to like a Scrubs type show. They build these characters out so that you're having this great time and then you get punched in the gut with feelings. You're like, oh, that's right. I love these people. Oh, crap.
You know what other fantastic show really pulls at the heartstrings that I have a bone to pick with you, KJ, about? I hear that you've been talking crap about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I have nothing to say about it. I haven't watched it. I haven't been talking crap. Katie.
Johna narked on you.
Okay.
She came over to my house and she's like, yo, KJ has been talking smack nonstop about Avatar.
That is a lie.
And she told me I have to come back on the podcast and defend the show.
Is that why you're here tonight?
Partially.
Well, listen, Johna tells lies. Johna, I haven't said crap. Here's the conversation. And let this be a lesson to you, Katie, that 1, you should show up for the podcast. And 2, that you should listen to the podcast because you would know that Johna is telling you lies. If you go back and listen to
it. I trust Johna completely.
Thank you.
We were simply saying she announced this show as the greatest TV show of all time.
It is. I'm not even kidding.
Was simply asking her to find a list of the greatest TV shows of all time where it showed up. I was just asking her to back up her claim. I was not saying bad things about the show. And then, as she was describing it, I will tell you that we did get a little silly, not mean, but she was talking about Zuko, and the only Zuko that Kitsy and I know is Danny Zuko from Greece. So we may have been making some Grease references while she was talking about Zuko.
Well, let me tell you something. I do have evidence to support Johna's claim.
Thank you.
If you go to IMDb's list of the best TV shows of all time, Avatar is right there.
Oh.
Okay, can you post that? Because Johna was not providing that, and I Googled.
I didn't know I was going to be questioned and having to research on the fly. I would have been ready if I would have.
My client is innocent.
Excuse me. If you check the tape, I asked you specifically to Google greatest TV shows of all time.
Let me tell you something.
And
Avatar is the greatest TV show of all time.
Okay, well, if you guys would stop being so mean to me about it. You're like the mean girls, and I don't want to join your club, so I'm not going to watch your show.
That's how you guys are with me and Harry Potter. What are you talking about?
You're also missing out. Like, you're both missing out in different ways.
So, KJ said that we need to give her a list of episodes for her to watch.
Leaves from the Vine.
No, I can't. I'm
the
not
one
going
where
to
she
remember
turns
it.
into the moon. The one where he finally tells his dad off.
Oh, that was such a good episode.
That was a good episode.
Are these the names of the episode?
No.
No.
Okay, like I'm gonna need more specifics because
Those are like the gist of the episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go looking for the one where he told his dad off,
He
and
did,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna see that. In
And
the
then he
episode.
redirected lightning, and it was so great. Oh, man.
He had the most growth of any character I've ever seen in any show at all. Ever.
The best.
Ever.
He went from a banished prince to the Fire Lord in 3 seasons.
More like 10 episodes.
That's true.
Okay, I was never against it. I don't know why you're trying to make me out to be a hater of
Since
Avatar.
you're cordially invited over this weekend, which we were going to watch The Mummy, you can watch some Avatar.
Well, we'll have
Just
to.
probably not coming.
I have
Meet the Wish Kid.
the wish party. I've got the pool party this weekend.
Is that going to take all weekend?
No.
Well, no, but Sunday I'm supposed to social distance visit with my nephews, who I haven't been able to see. I don't know if it's going to go well. We went So the weekend before last, it was 2 of them have birthdays that are 1 day apart. So we went and did the parade thing and celebrated as best we could. And I even got our PA, so we were driving through their neighborhood, and I was blaring out, announcing to everyone that they were having a birthday.
Oh my God.
Aw.
That's great.
So we're going to try to spend time together. I don't know if it's going to probably her backyard, just apart from each other, but together. So I don't know how that's going to work. She has asthma. I have asthma. So I know that a lot of people, it's weird right now because I think a lot of people are just in different places in their comfort levels.
Mhm.
And I don't want to tell anybody, what you should be doing, what makes you comfortable, right? As long as you're continuing to be responsible and making sure that things aren't spreading. But for us in particular, just because we've got compromised people in our family, we're being especially careful. So I'm doing that. And
It's a very long way to say you're not coming.
I'm not coming. I am. I have to be around a wish kid. I mean, not only that, I have to be
No,
responsible.
I know.
So no, I'm not coming.
Wow. I'm
Okay,
trying
guys.
to get Johna to watch The Mummy because she's never seen it.
I haven't either.
See,
I'm hanging up.
look out. Well, guys, for the rest of the month, I'm going to be on this. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday schedule for the whole rest of this month.
You are.
So, yeah. Oh my God. That's like a whole fucking effing thing. I can't even, I'm very upset about it, but it's fine.
Is that why you want to edit our show and put it on YouTube? You got some time?
So, yes, I literally have so much time. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
my God, I have things for you to do then.
Please send me
I mean-
things to do. I'm watching so much TV. My head hurts.
You guys, I am always happy to give you podcast work. I don't want to do it all myself.
Bro,
I
send it
just-
to me.
Also, don't want to bother you. So
KJ, let me tell you, this is exactly what I do when I come home from work at 1:00 in the afternoon. I sit on my couch or I lay in my bed and I watch TV. I finished Riverdale like 2 days ago. I finished Defending Jacob last week. I just got to, I'm on season 4 of Chicago Fire now.
no. Okay. Yeah. No, I can definitely use the help in editing
Yes, please.
the podcast. So
Here for
so now I can just be all over the place with this one because I know it's your problem to edit.
Got you.
And I should point out that we are on YouTube. Every single, audio file that we make of this podcast is on YouTube. And then usually when we do an interview, unless the interview isn't through through a Zoom, unless it's phone only. But if we do these types of like Zoom interviews, you'll see Chad Michael Collins.
Oh, God. What a
Call of
babe.
Duty guy. Yeah.
Woo. I've been seeing his posts on Instagram and I'm like, thank God I followed this man because, woo,
Listen,
That's
good times.
I signed up for Twitch, and he's the only person I'm following. And listen, Katie, I want to learn Call of Duty.
Oh, no.
I want to go in and be a little Alex.
That's
You
a
should
lot.
be happy about this.
Oh, my God.
Pick okay, there's a lot of difference between the PlayStation 2 and Call of Duty on the most recent console.
Oh,
Look how stressed she looks.
You gotta have some stepping stones.
She's got
okay.
hairs on her forehead and everything.
So how do I go from my PlayStation 2 to Call of Duty? What are the
Man.
steps I need to follow
Certainly need not
so
a
that I can be a
PlayStation.
little Alex running around?
I think you need some single player games first to get your handle on your hand-eye coordination.
You
Okay.
also need a not PlayStation 2.
Which, hey, good news, PlayStation 5 comes out holiday 2020.
Does
Oh
that
my
mean
God,
I
I
can
love the PS5 memes. They're my fave.
does that mean I can get a PS4 for cheap then?
Probably.
Okay. I have to
They'll
spend
probably most likely have holiday sales for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
okay. Could I still get, I mean, what's the cheapest thing I can get and still, I don't want to invest too much in this. I mean, I will, but
You don't want to invest this much, but you want to play Call of Duty.
I
You're
do.
going to have to invest, okay? There's a lot of Call of Duty games. Like so many.
I can go right to Modern Warfare.
Okay, which one? The one from 10 years ago or the one from yesterday?
The one from yesterday.
Probably whichever one Chad's in. That's the one she
Yeah,
wants to be on.
that's the one I want to be on.
Guys, full disclosure, that tweet that I sent out about how I wanted to have someone's babies, and my friend was like, well, did you ask? You remember that?
Wait a second. No.
You liked it. What do you mean? Bless you.
I liked it.
My tweet. It was a while ago. It was a couple weeks ago.
Remind us what the tweet
Okay,
was.
I was sitting at my friend's house. We went and got fair food, and we were sitting around, and we were just chit-chatting or whatever. And I was telling her about the interview that we did, and I was like, man. And then, like, I was scrolling through, and he had just posted, and I was like, man, I just want to have his babies. And she was like, well, did you ask? And I was like, you know, I didn't. That was one thing I didn't ask. So, and she was just so straight-faced about it. I was like, well, did you ask? I was like, never thought of it that way.
Well, you know, his movie is coming out soon. June 19th is when Sniper's out. So
Okay.
maybe we can get him back on the show. And you
But
just
okay, but that means I might have to watch them. And do I want to invest that much time in that many movies?
I feel like
I signed up for
a few
Twitch.
movies is a little different. So.
I signed up for Twitch. You signed me up for Ozark. I'm still not done with that.
I'm not either. So here's the dumb thing I did last night. So, you know, so Schitt's Creek is over. And by the way, if you're a Schitt's Creek fan and you have not seen the video that they put out, they reunited as a cast in character to sing Mariah Carey's Hero as a tribute to teachers who worked so hard to help with the e-learning this semester. And in it, it's not spoiling anything because they announced it, but in it, in the middle of it, Mariah Carey shows up, and David, you guys haven't watched Schitt's Creek, so this isn't big for you.
I know who David is.
David loses his mind. And honestly, it was so great because it was a 5-minute video, but it captured everything of Schitt's Creek in 5 minutes, where you're like, you're laughing, but you're feeling like super emotional and you're going to cry and then you're laughing again. It was awesome. So I highly recommend that you watch that. That helps me a little bit with my Schitt's Creek withdrawal.
I saw the like screen grab of it that you posted, and I was like, how cool is that? Like, she just jumped in on their Zoom call and was like, yeah, I'm going to sing Hero too.
Yeah, it was great. And she had a really great message for teachers and for graduates of 2020. And her little kids kept hopping in the video, which was really funny. It was just like doing a Zoom at home where, you know, oh, there are my kids. No, you can't. You know, no, I can't get you a drink right now. Yeah, super adorable. So in coming off of Schitt's Creek, we watched Upload and we finished that. We like ate that up. It was really good. You watched it?
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list of things to do.
Watch it. It is, especially coming off of something dark, like you just came off of, that's really heavy. Upload. I was
watching Casper after I watched that movie. I was like, this will make me happy.
So Upload was great. So we devoured that. And then, you know, Patches is like, you know, we've really enjoyed that. That was a show on Prime. Maybe we should just watch another show on Prime Video. And I was like, sure. We started watching Hunters. Now listen, we watched one episode. It was good. It's got the kid. It's got the kid who played Percy Jackson in it. Hunters is about a group of, it's a small group of Jewish people who hunt Nazis. So they moved, they went through the camps and everything, and they escaped and they moved to America, and then they're living in America, and they discovered that some of the people who were running those camps, torturing them and all of that, also escaped to America. So they're like getting their own justice. It's wonderful. But it was like, I can't, with everything going on right now, I can't. I mean, one of the first deaths is an old lady who they switch out her plumbing and she gets gassed in the shower. Yeah,
I won't be watching that.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
you should watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime.
Okay, that was one of our options, and I don't know why. I was like, oh, Percy Jackson, let's watch this Nazi Hunter show.
So good. So good.
Hey, Katie.
And it's got Zachary Levi in it.
Shut up. Wait a sec.
Yeah.
I think I knew that, and then I don't.
He's
Katie,
in season 2, I think.
Katie and I are both wearing Cancer Suck shirts today.
I'm wearing my Dragon Ball Z shirt today. Yay!
Very nice. This won't go. This won't go on YouTube, so you'll never see it. Okay, so you're
It's
right.
going on YouTube. I'm gonna figure it out.
All right, so Zachary Levi, you told me that and I forgot, and we should be watching that. And Patches has a man crush on Zachary, so I think I can convince him. Because when we're done here recording, I have to go downstairs and convince him that when he's done making our steak dinners, we are not going to continue to watch Hunters, because
That
I could
really
not.
just sounds so intense. It just stresses me out thinking about it.
It was really stressful. And I think it's an important story, right? Yeah. I get it, but I can't do it right now. Which, by the way, Johna, I watched Just Mercy over the weekend.
Watch that. How was it? With my husband? Yes.
Yes.
How was it? It was great, right?
I've seen a Michael B. Jordan film that you haven't.
Yeah.
It's free. It's free right now.
I know. You don't have to tell me that. I already know that. I saw all the freaking posts on Facebook and stuff. I just haven't gotten around to it. Is it on Prime?
I think I watched it on which one of our 10 streaming services. I think I actually watched it on Xfinity.
I don't have Xfinity.
But it's I think it's free. If you Google it, there's a whole bunch of platforms.
Probably like free across all platforms.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
I haven't seen Creed 2 either, so I'm really behind on my Michael B. Jordan movies.
Well, listen, I was going to give you crap for not telling me that Brie Larson played such an awesome role in Just Mercy, but you didn't know that.
I know she was in it.
She's in it, and she's like, she's fantastic, and I mean, so different from Captain Marvel, right? And that
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She is. Yeah.
I feel like she just plays the same character and everything. That's why.
Well, that's why I wanted to say that, because it was a really different.
Katie, don't laugh because you know it's true.
What else have you seen Brie Larson in?
I've seen her in God, what was she in? She was in 21 Jump Street. She was a different character in that one. She was very funny in that one, actually. She was in what's the movie? Don John, the movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. God, what else did I see her in? I saw her in something else. I was like, what did she add to this story? She was just the sibling that was on the side, and I was like, what are you doing? They honestly could have wrote that character out.
Okay.
She didn't add. She didn't help. I'm just saying.
You need to watch Just Mercy, because it was, I mean, Jamie Foxx was phenomenal. Michael B. Jordan was amazing. Brie Larson, like, and I would not say, if you were like, name your favorite actresses, and I have nothing against Brie Larson, but she wouldn't come up on my list. So it's not like I'm telling you to watch it because I'm a Brie Larson super fan, although she was super adorable when we worked with her at Celeb Photo Ops. She was just so animated and incredibly outgoing, and it was weird because Captain Marvel's not that, but yeah, she was great. So I'll give you the assignment to go sit in your home and watch Just Mercy.
Well, it seems like I might be sitting in my home watching a lot of movies because I heard that the movie theaters might not open back up.
Ever?
Yeah.
AMC doesn't.
Like AMC said that they're probably like tanked right now.
Yeah.
So they might not open back up.
Studio Movie Grill opened, so I get their newsletter. They're following the state's guidelines. They reopened their locations in Texas, and apparently they've done everything so that it's all self-service, so you can get your tickets without interacting. Or even at the bar, there's like kiosks where you order what you want. So the only real interaction you're going to have is the person that brings stuff to your seat.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty amazing that they did that. And then you reserve your seats there. So they're blocking, like when two people go to a movie together, then 6 feet on each side of them automatically gets blocked out so that nobody can sit near each other. Which, how they're going to make money in those theaters?
They won't. They can't make. It would honestly have to be off food sales. There's no way they can make any money off of movie sales doing that.
Like what? 20 tickets in a 60-chair room? Like,
yeah.
Right. But it did look like they're going to do more like putting older movies back in theaters, because they can make money with those.
I'd love to see Dirty Dancing in theaters.
Right. So doing that because they get a bigger percentage of the ticket sales when they have those movies. So I think that that's going to be a popular thing that happens. And I know that they said across the board when they're reopening, I'm sure it won't be forever, but all movie tickets, no matter what showing you go to, will be $5 every day. So
That's pretty lit.
I don't think they're close to opening in Indiana, but I know that they opened in Texas, I think this week.
Yay.
So a little bit of bright light there. It's
your turn, Katie.
It's time for Katie's gaming update.
My favorite part of the show.
Best part of the show.
Bring out the notes.
Yes.
With her notepad.
Wow. She got notes.
I wrote down a couple of dates because there's a few games that are coming out that I'm excited for.
Okay. So you mentioned the PlayStation 5. Was that announced or leaked?
Well, it's on Sony's website, so
Oh, okay.
it's announced.
Okay.
Holiday 2020. I think the new Xbox comes out about that time too. They usually try to compete. Last of Us Part 2, which I told you about a while ago. It's the one with the zombies.
Yes. I remember that.
Yep. That one comes out on the 19th, so 10 days from now.
Oh.
Super
Same
thrilled.
day as Sniper starring
I
Chad Michael
know.
Collins.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. So
A game I
excited.
think you'll like. Paper Mario, the Origami King comes out in July.
What?
What?
Yeah. So it's a new Paper Mario game. Do you know anything about the Paper Mario games?
I don't, but I want to.
So it's a Mario game, like all the others, except this shtick is that they're paper. They're stickers, and it's all on a 2D background.
Oh my gosh.
The entire game as a little Paper Mario. And all the bad guys are made of paper, and yeah.
Wow.
I love this.
It's cute.
That sounds adorable.
It
It
does.
is really cute. I enjoy those. But that comes out on the Switch mid-July, like the 17th, I think.
Fun.
And then there's a Marvel game that comes out in September.
A Marvel game.
Just one Marvel game?
Oh yeah, just a little game called the Marvel Avengers,
Oh,
where you get to play as Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and the Hulk.
The important
my
one.
God. I'm getting a PS4. Woo!
It also is supposedly going to have co-op, so you can play together.
Yeah, now I'm doing it for
How
sure.
fun.
That's happening. All right, I'll start saving. I got asthma. As far as I know, there's stay home until like 2032.
Yeah, but
Sounds about right.
what I've seen a lot of online is the likenesses are only kind of similar to the actors. They don't follow the movies necessarily. So Captain America looks a little different.
Ooh.
All right, now I'm putting it back on the back burner. You almost had me. Although is Black Widow comic character Black Widow?
I don't know.
Because
We
I
gotta
would,
wait for the game to come out.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would be okay with either one, but I did have the issue with them, chopping off Scarlett Johansson's hair. I got why they did it, but Black Widow has always had that big.
Here's a screen
Lots
grab
of-
of her character from the game.
Oh no!
I
no.
you know what? I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna hold it.
Nope. Okay. Well, I'm against that. What else you got?
I'm against
I
that.
want you guys to see Captain America.
Oh
Please,
no!
please.
Is this for real?
What is
Yeah.
this
Like
atrocity
is
against my man?
Is this a knockoff like Marvel?
It's Marvel.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm sure they can't make him look exactly like.
That's not Captain America.
That's
Okay.
every generic military person ever in any video game.
What? They're gonna.
That's an
fix-
everyman right there.
Okay, we need to do the thing that everybody did about Sonic, and we need to revolt. Our voices need to be heard. We will not stand for this.
Oh man.
Okay. Will you post that in the Kind of Nerdy Network so that if someone's listening to this and they want to see those
That's hilarious.
when we do those pictures, I always want to make sure
Got it.
got them somewhere. All right. What
Yeah.
else you got, Katie?
Anything else, Katie? her giant notepad. Let me see here.
I'm sorry. It's not video game related, but the Bill and Ted trailer dropped today.
Oh,
Yes.
it
Oh.
did?
Yes, it did.
AJ, I thought I saw that you posted that. Maybe I was dreaming.
No, I posted, they did a graduation video for San Dimas High School, which is a real high school, but it's the one that they attend in the movie. And so they did, as Bill and Ted did a graduation video for the graduating class of San Dimas High School. So that I just thought that was really cool. I don't know that any kid who was graduating from San Dimas High School this year knows who Bill and Ted are.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, did they even know who that is?
Man, their parents were like, yes.
But yeah, so that dropped earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I was listening.
From what I'm hearing, that's one of the ones, and I think nobody wants to cancel anything because it's just uncertain. It's so uncertain what life's going to be like. August could be such a different world, and it's coming out in August. So they haven't postponed it yet, and I think it's a good sign that they put the trailer out today as scheduled. So, woohoo! Thanks, Katie.
Righteous.
You're the best.
I know.
Is there anything I missed? Anyone?
I finished Defending Jacob the other day.
I still have the 2 episodes to go, but man, I got to get it done. June 25th is when I'm going to get charged again for Apple TV, and that cannot happen.
Man, you need to watch it.
I watched that flower show on Netflix.
Sweet Magnolias?
No, it's like the it's like the Great British Bake Off, but flowers. So like they build these giant thingies out of flowers or whatever.
Oh man, I don't know what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna watch that. It looks great.
I did. I watched 1 episode because I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a chance," and it got weird.
Oh no.
Well, they're nice. It's like a competition show, and they're doing the background on each of the people, right? And they're like, "I just love flowers so much." And, it makes me laugh because it's almost identical to a baking show, except you're making a giant bumblebee out of flowers.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Crazy. I have a friend that I work with at Make-A-Wish who does those big balloon tower things and makes incredible balloon creations. I'm like, no, I would not find joy in that.
If I were one of those people that would make balloon animals, here are your choices: an eel, a snake, or a worm. Your choice.
All right, ladies. It was lovely to hang out with you again. I miss you. I'm sorry I cannot social distance meet you this weekend.
You can. My living room is pretty big. Yeah.
Your living room is pretty big. Well, what if we did the kind of nerdy night in from your living room?
What if I actually joined it?
That would be the only way you would join it, is if I did it from your living room.
You send me that email every week like there's hope.
Yep, every week I send it out. It's so much fun.
It looks like fun. Yeah.
I can't do it on Friday. I'm busy.
I've given up on you too, Johna.
I'm sorry. I
am now the only kind of
I was a lost cause, but come on.
Yeah, I'm now the only kind of nerdy girl. Kitsy couldn't. She was sick a couple weeks ago, legit. And then last week she got her puppy, so I couldn't even be mad.
The puppy's so cute.
If you guys had been in the kind of nerdy night in, you would have had exclusive footage of her little puppy just running around being the cutest thing on the face of the planet. And did you guys know she's getting another puppy?
Yes, I did.
How many puppies can one person have?
She's going to have 2 puppies. So that she's got the 1 puppy now, and the other puppy will be ready at the end of the month. And then we're going to have a puppy pool party, and I'm going to be on the other side of the pool, and only the puppies can come over.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly specific. Right. My dog doesn't swim, so you got that going for you.
You know what? Hers does. Turns out she was cleaning out the pool, and she slipped and fell in, and the little puppy jumped in after her.
Oh,
my boy would have let me drown.
Right?
When are we gonna do some social distancing eating at KJ's house is the real question.
Let me figure it out because I have this Make-A-Wish thing, and it's honestly it's the only thing I'm leaving my house for. So this weekend is out, but then maybe we can look at next week if there's going to be a night that we're maybe you said Thursday or Friday.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at Thursday or Friday next week.
Okay. And then we can like podcast in person.
Yes, that would be great.
It'll be crazy.
Oh my gosh, it's going to get out of hand.
Also, guys, I just wanted you guys to know that 1 year ago today that I met John Wesley Shipp. That's all.
Oh my gosh, I know. I keep having all the PopCon memories come up from last year, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So listen, I am on the committee. We're working on the virtual PopCon, and I think there's going to be some really cool stuff, and I think that we're going to have a lot of fun. So I will be keeping you updated. I'll have to see. We might have meetings on Thursday now. I'll check. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. For right now, pencil in next Thursday.
Thursday.
As a dinner and a show.
Got
All
it.
right. I love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Kind of Nerdy Girls.
YouTube soon.
We are on YouTube. You just can't see us. You can hear us. Sometimes you can see us.
You'll see us, guys. Don't worry.
On YouTube, on Spotify, all the podcast places. Thank you for supporting us. And stay safe, stay happy, and stay kind of nerdy. Katie, don't make faces.
We're going on YouTube. Don't make faces.
You got a better sign off?
No.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.